All right. Like just check that we on. Says we on right now.
All right. Yeah, we good, bro.
We good? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Come on. Hey, Shalom, brothers. We're going to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Kakradash. Double honors to the apostles and nails that rule well. And peace and blessing to you, brothers out there that speak his word in sincerity. Also in truth on the brother Mike Allah, the GMS Dallas Camp, and the brother Abaya. Um, that's the brother the deacon from the Mississippi camp. And the brother had a couple of words for you. Go ahead, out.
Yeah, con, bro. Hey, this lesson is actually going to be entitled "Woe to the Rebellious Children." Okay, and what's going on is it's been um chaotic at this time frame because of the government shutdown.
Right,
However, instead of our people basically praying to Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, their true powers, they're actually going back to Esau, the God of this world. Okay, they're showing Esau their allegiance to him by asking Donald Trump, please terminate this government shutdown so we can
right,
continue to work. All right, because at this time frame, it's all about climbing that society's
right,
ladder because they
right.
want to achieve the American dream.
Con out.
You got something you want to add,
Con.
bro?
No, well, that's beautiful because they're not thinking about the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They're not thinking about what he prefers. You know, they're thinking about eating, giving into marriage, and living their lives and living carnal lives. Not falling after the will of the Heavenly Father. And for that, the Heavenly Father is going to issue our judgment on our people
Mm-hmm.
because the Most High is only dealing with the nation of Israel. He's not worried about these other nations. He's worried about us and our people. We have taken on the way of the heathen, man. It became very very lewd and very very wicked. So the Most High is going to eradicate 2/3 of our people. And what's crazy is our people don't care. So a lot of our people are going to understand the wrath of the Heavenly Father via death by pain, you know, which is talked about in Second Esdras, the ninth chapter, and also the eighth chapter.
Hey, Elder, I got a precept for you.
Con,
Hey, this is Psalms 44:20. It states, "If we have forgotten the name of our power, or stretched out our hands to a strange God, shall not the Most High search this out? For
that's
He
right.
knoweth the secret of the heart."
That's right. So the Most High knows the secret of the heart because you know what that makes me think about of how Esdras had peeked in a hole of the wall of Israel, or the nation of Israel, and he's seen them worshiping these various gods, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I
Mm-hmm.
want to say that's in Ezekiel 9, but I'm not quite sure. Um, yeah, that's what, and that's what he saw. He saw women, uh, um, uh, basically worshiping Tammuz, the queen of heaven. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Into all types of wickedness, man. And for that, guess what? The Most High send judgment on our people.
That's right.
You see, He sent the Babylonians on our people, and we are in modern day Babylon. And guess what? The modern day Babylonians are ready to pounce on our people,
That's right.
contemporarily speaking, which we know to be the Edomites, man.
Come, bro.
Mhm.
All right, let's
Yep.
get that Hebrews 13 and 14, bro.
Con, con, I got you. Now, this is Hebrews 13 and verse 14. For here, you want to start 14 or 13?
Start at 13, bro.
Okay. Hebrews uh, uh, 13 and verse 13. Let us go forth therefore unto him without the camp, bearing his reproach. For here have we no continual city, but
Right.
we see one to come.
Right. And the city that the elect is seeking to come is the kingdom of heaven.
That's
Okay.
right.
However, right now, America, is going down. It's actually circling the drain, and the Most High is showing his prophets that this place is not a continuing city. Because when you focus on that term continuing in the Greek, it's Strong's G 3306. Yeah, meno, and it means to remain or abide, to continue to be present or continually. All right. So right
Mm,
now, this place is being spiritually destroyed via the prophets due to the spirit the Most High has his men in, and at the same time frame, prophecies will be manifested, and this place we call America is going down. All right. And it
that's right.
starts with the economy, man. All right.
That's
Because, hey, without a fucking thriving economy, then how can you be considered as a top nation? It doesn't make sense. And so, two-thirds of our people, these rebellious children, they have to find out the hard way. Why? Because
that's
they're
right.
not hearkening to the prophets. And you can't tell me they haven't passed the count. You cannot tell me they haven't came across any videos or thumbnails to counter what I'm saying, man. Like our people will be slaughtered. Why? Because of what would you say? Convenient ignorance, man. All right, because they
Right.
don't want to know the Most High at this time frame. But it's not like they never had a chance to receive the word.
That's right. That's right. Hey, I have a precept.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach. Sirach. This is Ezekiel. Excuse me. 3, and I start at verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with thy this roll, and that I give thee.
Right,
Then did
meaning
I.
basically, if I can add, hey,
Mhm.
this role is actually going into the scriptures, man. Meaning when you eat, you have to understand, okay, what you're reading, and then also be able to convey what you have read. All right, because why
That's right.
you have to fulfill the lot of prophecy. You have to go out there on the highways and the byways.
That's
Okay,
right. That's right. Because the word is of no private interpretation.
that's right, bro.
I believe it says in Second Peter's 1 and 20,
God,
if I'm not mistaken. So it says Ezekiel 3 and 3, and he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness. And
right,
he said unto me, Son of man, go, get thee unto the house of Israel, and speak with my words unto them. For thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel.
right.
Not
So,
to
hey, the Most High did not send Ezekiel and the rest of the prophets to these other nations. He sent them to a rebellious house, and that house is identified as the nation of Israel, man. All right, because we've been rebellious to the Most High basically since we came out of Egypt, man. All right, and when you go into that term rebellious, it means sedition. And then you break that term sedition down. It means to set apart. So two-thirds of our people are actually having war or apart from the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Shai.
That's right. Not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, uh, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent them to thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee. So if
Right,
the Most High sent us unto these other nations, they would have hearkened unto us. But our people refuse to listen. Therefore, the Most High is going to send judgment on them, man. You know,
that's right, bro. I got a precept for you, bro.
come.
Hey, this is Ezekiel 2 and 3, and he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day.
Mm, that's right. Our people have transgressed the law of the Heavenly Father, man. And what does transgress mean? Well, let's look it up in
Yeah,
dictionary just to get edification.
Hey, if I
You
can
know
add,
Yeah, go ahead, while you
and when you,
speaking, because I'm gonna
yeah,
look it up in this dictionary right here. I got this dictionary I use sometimes. The American Heritage College Dictionary. So as you
God.
speak, I'm gonna look up that word transgress.
Hey, no problem. Yeah, because when you go into the origin of transgress, and the deacon is going to back me up, it means to step across. All right. And how do our people step across? Meaning the law, statutes, and the commandments, man, they go beyond what they're supposed to do. You know,
They do too much.
they do too much. Sinning to
You
these
know,
other guys. I mean, calling upon these other gods, eating pork, committing adultery, believing in this system we call America, which goes back to the pagan Roman Empire, so on and so forth.
that's right. That's right. And that word transgress. That word transgress means to go beyond or over, and it says in parentheses, a limit or boundary, exceed or overstep, like you
God,
said, to act in violation of the law. For example, to commit an offense by violating a law or command.
that's right.
Sin, to spread over land, use of the sea, and it says it's from the Latin greedy, die, and it says to step across. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's why the Most High has a controversy with us.
God,
You know, because because we was violating um the law, man. You know, and he strove against us, alluding to Hosea the fourth chapter, starting
right.
one. You know, do you have more to that one out there?
Yeah, I'm gonna read a little more. It states, verse 4: For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee to them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord power.
Hmm.
And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them.
That's right. So our people are going to know that a prophet has been amongst them. Why is that? Because we're doing what a prophet does is supposed to do. Excuse me. Alluding to Jeremiah 28:8, we're prophesying against a great country, which we know the chief country that we're prophesying against is America, man. We're letting our people know that this place is going to go down, you know, on fire, man. You know, metaphorically speaking, going into the economic collapse of this place, and literally that the Most High is going to send missiles on this place.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so as we're issuing out, telling the people the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and they're not listening. Guess what? The blood is going to be in their hand, man. The
Right.
Most High is going to be angry at them for not listening. You see, and now we're seeing judgment occurring on our people, man.
Come on,
Chiefly
bro.
on our
I got another precept for you.
gun.
And this is Isaiah 30 and 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that
That's
they
right.
may add sin to sin.
That's right. And that's our people. Our people are falling after a um a vibration that's not of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. And our people are indeed adding sin unto sin.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the state of the so-called black man uh in the past 10 years, man. He went shoot from being a thug just in 2008. He's a thug. He was a thug, and now you see he's a poster child for homosexuality, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's rampant in our communities.
God.
Lewdness, man. Why is that? Because our people are falling at the vibration that's not of the will of Yahweh by Shem Shai. See, the Most High is not dealing with either of those characteristics. A person who's a thug or a homosexual, man. So our
Mm-hmm.
people are waxing worse and worse. You see what I'm saying?
That's right. Hey,
So
verse,
judgment has to come, man.
God. Verse 2, they'll walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
That's right. So during the time of Isaiah, you had our people trying to make pacts with Egypt, different military pacts, with them. Our people are doing that spiritually speaking here in America, man, making pacts with Egypt, or with spiritual Egypt, excuse me, which is America, and
Mm-hmm.
falling out our vibration that has nothing to do with the Heavenly Father, man. And for that, what do you see going on? Well, you see the wrath of Yahweh by Shemi Shah occurring. On
Mm-hmm.
our,
And that's right, bro. Because instead of praying to the Most High, they're actually begging Donald Trump to
yeah, they're
reestablish the
praying to Jesus.
government, you know. And best believe they're calling on these other gods, such as Jesus and
Yeah,
Kemet and so on and so forth, man. So therefore, when you do that, you're furthering separating yourself from Yahweh Shem Al Shah. And
that's
therefore,
right.
like the deacon is saying, you're adding sin upon sin upon sin, you know? And that way of life, that way of thinking is gonna promote death. All right, because you have to be judged for these actions. There are consequences to these actions, man. You know, I'm gonna read verse
Right
three,
on.
Deacon. Verse 3 states, "Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion."
Hmm. That's right. See, our people are depending on uh these various jobs to get them through, man. That's their salvation. You know, being able to retire. You know, have a little side hustle, work at Walmart. You know, be a demon on a weekend. Yeah, eat lewd things, man. Go to the club at the dang on food, or go to a resort at the dang on food. Cheat, cheat on your husband. You got men out there cheating with married women. That's true cheating.
Mm-hmm.
All these things they think, they're not considering that the Most High is going to judge them, man.
That's right.
They trust in this place, and they trust in the money of this place, man, the comfort of this place. But the Most High, guess what? He's taking all that. You know, now your trust in America is going to be your confusion. That's why you see people that's begging Trump to open up the government and not begging on Yahweh by Shemi Ashah for mercy.
Kind,
You see
kind.
what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right. Hey, I'm gonna jump to Isaiah 31 and 1.
God,
And it states, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because there are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong.
that's
But
right.
they but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh."
That's right. They don't seek, our people are not seeking Yahweh by Shemi Ashah, but they trust in the military might of this place. Nobody, but Jay doesn't believe, or 2/3 of our people don't believe that the Most High can bring this place down militarily speaking.
That's
You
right.
see, so they're just as comfortable here in America as these Edomites, man, and that's why they're gonna get judged just right along with these Edomites
Hey, that's
because
right.
our people have become heathens, man. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
just to prove that, can you go to Jeremiah 9 and start at like 25 or 21?
All right.
Not 5, it's 20, 21. I
Okay.
know. Just going basically going to how our people are going to get. put us right along with the heathen. You
God.
know, started start at 26. Get
Okay.
straight.
You said Jeremiah 9 and 26?
Yeah.
Okay. Egypt and Judah and Edom and the children of Ammon and Moab
Mm-hmm.
and all that are in the uttermost corners that dwell in the wilderness, for all these nations are uncircumcised, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart.
That's right. Some people are uncircumcised in the heart. What do you mean? What does that mean to be uncircumcised in the heart? What that means is that our people are falling after the way of the Heavenly Father. We're unclean. So that our people are going to be destroyed right along with these heathens because our people have became heathens or Hellenists. You
Mm-hmm.
see? Do you want me to grab them up?
Yeah, kind of just to further prove, because you asked the audience what is uncircumcised. I'm gonna go to Romans 2 and 25 just to validate the point.
Okay. Now, this is Romans uh, 2 and verse 25. For circumcision verily profiteth it thou if thou keep the law. But if thou be a breaker of the law, thy circumcision is made uncircumcision.
Just to back the deacon up, because circumcision is keeping the law, and breaking the law is uncircumcision. That was the point.
Yep, that's right. God,
All
God.
right.
You want me to grab anything else for you?
Um, I'm gonna jump down to. I'm gonna go back to Isaiah 32 and 3, bro, and we can end with Isaiah 32.
Okay.
All right, this is
Um,
Isaiah 31 and 3. It states, now the Egyptians are men and not power, and their horses flesh and not spirit. And
mm.
Yah, go ahead.
No, no. I mean, that was just a powerful scripture to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because in order to have, these people are trusting in carnality and not, not that Yahweh by some Yahweh shot. You know what I'm saying? Not to speak too much. But our
God.
people trust what they can see and not the spirit, man.
Yeah. Hey, because like you said, bro, they consider America as a superpower,
Right,
and due to that esteem from the Most High, they just feel like, okay, this place from an economic standpoint and more so of a military standpoint, that they can't see this place going down. But even in sports, they show you dynasties that have went down: the Chicago Bulls, the Lakers, the Detroit Pistons, the Boston Celtics, so on and so forth. So
right,
when you apply that, when you apply that thinking process to kingdoms such as America, why it can't happen? The Babylonian Empire went down. Okay,
right. You
um,
see?
the Syrian, all right, the
The
the the
Greeks.
Median Persian, the Greeks,
Mm-hmm.
the Greeks, Salakia, the Greek Empire, they went down, and the pagan Roman Empire went down. So why can't this apply to America as well, man?
Right, right. What makes you people think that, everything is gonna be fine, you know? Sadly mistaken.
Yeah,
You want me to get in Isaiah? You said Isaiah 32, huh?
yeah. We started verse 7. I'm gonna finish out this scripture, bro.
Okay, come.
Okay, back in Isaiah 33 and 3, when Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fail together.
That's right. Yeah, so our people are gonna be destroyed right along with these heathens, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Most High is very cut and dry. If you're not for him, then you're against him. You see? Cut and dry, man.
Come, bro. You can go to Isaiah 32 and 9.
Isaiah 32 and verse 9.
Yeah, come,
Okay.
bro.
Great. Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my word, my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech.
Right, and you give ear unto the Most High speech by listening to His prophets, man. True men of the Lord, beginning with the apostles and the elders and the sincere Akim in Great Millstone. Okay, but these women, okay, they are at ease and they live a carefree life. Why? Because of the vintage. All right, go ahead, bro.
Come, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for these vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come.
Right. And when you go and when you look into that term vintage, it means a collection of grapes or to take away grapes. And why would you collect or take away grapes? Because you're trying to get the wine. Now, through the spirit, the vintage is actually going into these government programs. And the gathering will be the benefits these women receive from these government programs. Okay. That's why
That's right.
when you go into that term, vintage, it means an accessible high. All right, meaning if something that is inaccessible, it means that you can't. It's hard to get. So when you think about these government programs, that's why they have a down protocol for women only. All right, and at the same time frame, you know, it's certain measures these women have to go through in order to get these government assistance programs, such as your man can't be in the house. Okay, you have
Mm-hmm.
to have these amount of children, so on and so forth, man. But the Most High is saying to you, women, you Israelite women, that hey, those days are basically are going to be terminated. Why? Because he's gonna take away that vintage away from you. And if you can't participate in the collection of grapes in these government programs, then therefore you can't gather anything. So now you can't live that carefree life. Now you can't be so independent. Why? Because the Most High has cut that shit off, man.
Hey, I got a quick one for y'all.
Go ahead, bro.
This to prove what you were saying. Leviticus 23 and 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clear riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and
That's
to the
right.
stranger. I am Yahweh by the Shem Shai, your power. So just like when we reap or go to work, we don't, receive all of our pay. But why is that? Because of taxes, and part of that, those taxes, if you will, is leaving back, some of our, our fruit, if you will, or our work to the poor. But
Mm-hmm.
in terms of living, I guarantee you that gets taken away. And that's what you see going on, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why they're in uproar. Okay, because hey, basically, hey, you women, man, you have been at ease for a strong minute now. So the Most High basically has to take you down with Esau because this is your kingdom as well, man. Along with these other nations, you so-called Native American Indian women, you so-called Seminole Indian women, okay, you so-called Latinos and you so-called Negro women, basically you are also joint heirs with Esau, man. Okay, I continue, bro.
God, um,
Back in Isaiah 32 and
at 10,
11. Yeah, well, you can start back at 10.
con. Isaiah 32 and 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vengeance shall fail, the gathering shall not come.
Right, you're
Tremble,
not going to be able to benefit from these programs. Go ahead, bro.
that's right. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones, strip ye and make ye bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins.
Right, right. So literally, you actually went from something to nothing overnight, and you don't understand what's going on because basically you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. And that's why you continue, as well as 2/3 Jakes as well. You continue to run back into Egypt, all right, because you're thinking from a carnal standpoint, man. Instead of believing in Yahweh Hashem Al Shai, you believe in this fucking system.
Right. They
Mm-hmm.
shall pit for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine.
Right,
Upon
right,
the
right.
land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city.
That's it. That's it, bro. And basically, they're gonna lament for the teats. And you know anything about teats is actually going into the breast. You know, if a child is actually receives breast milk from his mom, then he's nourished. So when the Most High strips these women from these programs, they're no longer going to be nourished by Esau's government assistance programs. Therefore, they're not going to be able to afford that house or daycare or go to school to become a teacher and continue to receive grants upon grants upon grants. Why? Because the Most High is bringing you low. And that's basically it, bro.
That's it, huh?
Okay?
That's it. Hey, we'll give all praises to Yahweh by Yashem Yahweh Shah by Yashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that rule well, and peace and blessings to you brothers out there that's kicking his word in sincerity, also in truth. Shalom.
Shalom, Akio.